Coach?
Good. You know, our first 5 are teaching. You know, I mean, the kids have played hard. We got, like I said, when we started camp, we've got numbers, more numbers than we've had in a couple years. You know, they're young numbers, and so every day is a learning. You know, every day is a teaching day. Every day is a learning day. They've done good.
Noticed a couple of position changes out there as far as the line goes. You're missing some of the tackles, and now you got some younger guys like you mentioned yesterday or Wednesday at the press conference.
Well, we moved Casey over to offensive guard. I think it'll give him a better chance. He's really physical. He probably was our best bull rusher, which makes him a great guard, knocking people off the ball. And you know, it's everybody else. It's wide open after the first 5. So we've got to grow up at that position. I've been saying that for a while. So.
Part of the first 5 days is teaching phase, like you said. How are the freshmen doing?
Yeah,
right
they're
now?
good. I mean, it's really hard to tell. I mean, you have, you know, the first 2 deep, we really don't have any young guys in the 2 deep except at young corner. All your linebackers, all your safeties, all the guys were here last year. Really, Ennis Gaines and Vernon Scott are the only 2 new guys, and Vernon's been taking the 2s, been trading off, and really it's, besides learning how to practice, I mean, it's against our offense, that's a lot of vertical routes, so it's hard for a 6'2", 205-pound corner that can run, but it's a lot of running in a day. So we're good that we got tomorrow, and then, you know, instead of sometimes our deal goes where we go all week, and then we go on Saturday where we take off Sunday, we'll have meetings, we have chapel, take pictures, do all that stuff on Sunday, and then we'll get started back on Monday doing our thing. So
can Vernon turn into like a Jason Teague type?
I don't know. I don't, you know, only 2 days into practice. Right now it's see how it all goes.
What are you looking for in a quarterback?
Same thing, guy leads the team. Same thing I said at the open day. Whenever great definition of a great player is the guy who makes everybody else better. So whoever that is will be the guy.
What's the kicking and punting race looking like so far?
Well, I mean, we have only a scholarship guy both, but really the same thing as we've been. You know, really I think Jonathan Song had a good day today. And we were okay in punting, but we got to keep doing a better job. I think we're going to be a better coverage team this year. Even though we've been really good the last 2 years, but I think we have a lot more numbers, our kicking team. I think we have a chance potentially to be good, really good in the special team department, as long as our young punter and kicker hold their own.
How athletic is your defensive line compared to years past?
I don't know. We've had, I mean, you're asking me to compare him to the Shobles and Jerry Stewart. I mean, Jerry, I mean, that's you're talking NFL guys. So, but I think we run really well, and you know, only Blacklock is, you know, we have a couple young defensive men in Blacklock, but we have, you know, I think I really have been pretty happy with all of them. You know, we've gotten a lot of reps in each practice of doing things we need to do, and you know, we were able to play 30 freshmen a year ago, which means that our systems are capable of them learning it fast, and so we'll just have to push it from there. See, but I mean, I think, you know, having 2 senior defensive ends like that coming back, we got some young guys, they've got to grow up. I don't feel comfortable with any of the new guys, but even after day 2, they were better today than they were yesterday. You know, and I think once you get the pads on, you start getting, you know, you start learning a lot more.
With Kyle Hicks being your starting tailback, is he still going to be returning kicks, or is that kind of
He's never been a return. He's always been the off returner. He's never been the return. He's been the blocker.
What about your locals from Arlington, Fort Worth? Are you seeing real good things from those guys?
Well, I mean, that offhand, thinking about all of them, but yeah, I mean, we got a lot of Metroplex kids. So, I mean, it's both Nico and Tony, although they have a chance of starting. I mean, you've got some guys. It's Jared. You have. See, I can't even think who all the rest of them are.
Have you been comfortable with the guys that were injured last year that are now back the first 2 days?
Well, yeah, because they're older and they know how we practice. They've been here a while, so it's, you know, it's. I say Ranthony is probably the guy that's ahead of the game there. I think Kenny Aloka is probably at 90-some%. You know, he's just got to get his legs stronger, learning how to practice every day. It's tough to do. Doing it, I see him keep getting better as the season goes on. Who else we got back?
James.
Sammy.
Yeah, Sammy Farmland. Sammy makes us better on special teams right off the bat. He's another Arlington guy.
Is there anything you are pushing this year that you didn't push last year?
Nope. Coach it the same way every year.
How's the race for the 2 running back behind Kyle Hicks looking?
I don't know. We're in day 2 of teaching. Right now they're deep in alligators.
Jeff Gladney come back off his good spring with a good first couple days?
Okay, he got IV lessons, so it's again the first 5. You guys will ask me here in about 2 weeks, and I'll be able to tell you a lot more. I know you got to write a story, but I mean, our first 5 days we do a lot of teaching. I mean, it's history class. So
Fun time being back at this.
oh yeah, I mean it's why I do it. I do it because of kids. When I don't, that's where I get my energy. When I quit having energy, then it's time for me to do something else. So.
Last year about this time, Coach, you started talking about Cavante and the plays he was kind of making out here. Anyone catch your eye like that so far?
Well, I mean, he still does. He's one of those guys. Isaiah Graham, I think, again, just like I said. But, you know, sometimes they take niceness as weakness. So all the young guys, I'm very hesitant about saying anything good. But I'd have to say we've got all young corners along with Anthony, and, you know, that's a lot of reps that they take. It's hard to learn how to practice like we practice. So even Tony James moving over, learning how to run, I mean, a 2-hour practice like we practice is very demanding physically and mentally.
The poll numbers, I think you rank 14th right now. Does that mean anything to you?
No. It's good for recruiting. Outside of that,
Is it always 5 days? Is that how you've
oh
always?
yeah, for 34 years.
Yep.
5 days of installation, whole par to hole. Then we started at the beginning on practice 6.
Even in the 5-day period, are you watching the quarterbacks for their
No,
leadership?
It's really hard. You know, the way we practice, it's hard to see all that when you're trying to get a playoff every 6 seconds, especially when you're calling defenses. So I'll see that when we get to scrimmage level, when we go out and we go in the stadium.
Tyree was one of the other highly recruited guys that you guys got out of JUCO. Has he looked okay the
Yeah, he
first
was
2
hurt
days?
all summer. So, but he has a very high football IQ. And so for me, it's been really be honest with you, I've been very surprised for a junior college guy, how high his football IQ is, and how fast when he's watching, how fast he picks his things up. You know, we've had guys that go 2 years and not get everything we do, and really, he does a really good job. It's really important to him to be a good player. I see him as he goes, getting better and better and better as we get through 2-a-days and into the season. He's a guy that has size enough too to play against an Arkansas or, you know, teams that are going to try to bang at you. And he's really good inside the box, and so.
Does him picking up the defense, like you said, does that help make a decision better for maybe safety? Maybe if Traven can move back there or anything, or
Still a lot of 4 wideout teams. There's no substitute for a linebacker that can line up on 3 and vertically. No substitute.
Guys, good. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Yeah.